is a home inspection overview of unit 7395. We're gonna start here in the attic, then I'll do the inside and finish up outside. So insulation here is typical for the year that they built this house. So 7 to 8 inches in locations, a little bit more, a little bit less. These are voids in between the drywall, so technically there will be no, as you can see here, no insulation. That's in between the walls. So you have batt insulation over here. That's the fiberglass. And then you also have blown insulation, so right here. And also you can see the trusses, and you can see some of the sheathing as well. It doesn't seem to have any moisture stain anywhere in there, so that looks good. It appears that they replaced the roof based on what I see. You might have to get the paperwork from the listing agent just to make sure. So again, attic looks in good shape. Here is the paperwork telling you that this is an R30, radiance 30, and the thickness between 8 and 9 inches. So I'm going to go down and continue with the inspection. Okay, check the outlets just like before. Put them in here. Pretty much all the outlets are okay. Nothing really crazy. The temp, it gives you the voltage, and also if there's anything not grounded. Okay, as I go around, some of these windows, you can see a little bit of staining on them. It could be sun staining from the, they have window screens on those, on that one. It could also be moisture staining, but I don't see any marks of moisture. The same thing here. You can see like the sun burnt the screens on the window. So how do you fix that? Basically putting some screen on the other side. Dust screens. This one is okay. Pretty much all the windows stay up with the exception of one downstairs. So I'm gonna go here on the sink. In this bathroom here, hallway bathroom, second floor, you can see that there was damage over here, moisture damage at the bottom of this sink. So most likely it will probably be have to be replaced. The GFCI for all the bathrooms are here. So this one controls all the bathrooms, including the master power. Okay, coming here into the master. Coming inside here, this door might need to be adjusted because it rubs right here. And I forgot to show you this one here in the bathroom, rubs on the floor. This one here, it's basically the transition piece might need to be adjusted. Okay, so coming into the master, a couple things here. I left the jet tub. It's turned on right here, and you can see it works. And then the only problem here is if I try to put this up, and I put it over here, they're missing the hose, so the water comes out. So I'll do it real quick so you see it. Oh, I'll do it again. Going too quickly. So it will need a hose in there. Okay, so this is how you shut it off right here. The only thing is that it will need an access panel if you need to replace or fix anything. There's no access panel. There's usually a removable access panel somewhere over here or a panel behind here. All right, so that will be on the jet. Here, the same thing as the other bathroom. Underneath, you got moisture damage on that one. Sometimes people put a laminate on it or replace it completely. Yes, this one as well is damaged here. There's no water leaking now. The valves are really clean. They changed all the valves, they changed the faucets. So that is up to date. Here's a little bit of separation here. It needs some caulking in that one. Okay, so pretty much that is it in up here. The flooring sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like squeaking, so that it is a good thing. So we'll continue to go downstairs now. So we go around here on the first floor, just like we did on the second floor. I'm just pointing out the things that need to be repaired. And the rest of the information would be on the report on the stuff that is working fine. So this one here as well, you can see that the sink is also, the platform is damaged by moisture one time. So it's sunk in. It's because that type of wood is cardboard pressure, pretty much. Wood chips and cardboard. So they are not really good for moisture. A piece of plywood might work. So this one here, you can see how it's sweating on this window. And it will be different from the one that's upstairs. The one upstairs looks like a sunburnt. So this window here will need to be adjusted because it doesn't stay open. This is the only one. So basically the ballast is on the side here will be replaced. Okay, coming into the kitchen, everything is, I checked everything here. A couple of things on the dishwasher, it leaks right here on the side because of the gasket that appears to be damaged there. And also it needs a restrainer spring, otherwise the door just comes down. If I let it go, it's gonna come down like that. So it's a spring that gets inside here and pulls it back. Here under the sink, again, the same problem as all the other sinks. This one seems to have a problem with moisture. Nothing is leaking, everything is dry there. This is a loop that it needs to be over the top. That's for the disposal, and it doesn't seem to be, it's easy to repair, you just have to be looped over the top. Here is the oven, I'm checking that, I set it at 350. The stove works, and then what it needs is the anti-tipping bracket, which is one of the brackets that allows it not to come forward. All your appliances work, this works, ice and water, and it gave me the right temperature on the refrigerator. So continue going here. This half bath, everything is okay here, not a problem there. Coming around into the laundry room. The only thing we need here in the laundry room is that the exhaust for the dryer needs to have a damper gate on the other side. All right, I'm gonna open the garage door real quick. And I took obviously pictures of that. There seems to be some painting or some repair of the drywall. So that's pretty much in here, but there's no damage. Maybe asking for more information. I am going to double check up here because it appears to have some termite pinholes, but I am going to double check and I'll let you know on that. All right, so here is a hot water heater. It is 2022, 50 gallons. If you want to be picky, we'd probably ask for a pedestal, but in reality, it's in the garage, and this platform right here on the slab serves as its pedestal, pretty much. This is the door to the exterior. It would need to have a threshold, otherwise bugs are going to come from the bottom there. It also needs a weather strip right here on the around the frame of the door. So that would be all the way around here, and that trim right here is damaged, will need to be repaired. Okay, so here is the air handler for the unit. It's a heat pump. You get both heat and water. Heat and AC, but it seems to have a little bit of moisture damage. That moisture right now, this is dry. It could have been that the unit or the old units probably leaked at one time. It is 2017 based on the serial number. So that's the air handler. I'm checking the air conditioning right now. So I will continue here into the unit and then I'll finish up with the outside. So coming down here, I'll take this off out of the top of the unit. So here's the information on the unit. It is a Nortec, made in Mexico, equivalent to basically Carrier. The foam here will need to be replaced. That's about $8 to $10 just to replace that foam. So now we do the outside. Some of the screens are damaged, as you can see, might need to be replaced. Here in the concrete slab, There's some cracks in here. This is not your foundation. This is outside, so there's no foundation problem because I don't see any cracks on the stem wall and there's no cracks inside the walls or the flooring. So how will you repair this? You can repair with an epoxy, and that should be okay, and this one too as well. I checked the perimeter of your fences, that's okay. Here, based on the metal flashing on the roof, and also the fact that I flew the drone and I did not see any broken tiles, but it looks like they replaced the tiles on the roof. So that's basically on the front. On the back here, I'm gonna go ahead and do the front. So we're gonna start right here, and then some of these plants and bushes will need to be trimmed because they are in contact with the wall and they promote termites. So we need to trim that. That's easy, just cutting it back. Here's the main electrical panel, and I opened this up, and the one problem that we have is that it does not have a main switch to shut everything off. In other words, if you need to work on replacing this breaker, then you have to do a hot. There's not a main throw switch. And also some of the breakers are not labeled. And then when I took off the cover, there are one breaker being used for more than one item. In other words, what they call double tapping onto the wire. So that is important to look into. So an electrician needs to take a look at that. The remaining of the house, I continue all the way right here, freshly painted, as you can see. I ran the sprinkler system on manual, and it worked. The sprinklers worked. Everything else in here seems to be okay. This is your main shut-off valve, and it also has a backflow preventer. You just need what they call the untyped siphon valves on the hose bibs. So basically, that is it. I'll send you the report and the video. Please call me if you have any questions. Thanks.